Good afternoon, Bluegrass faithful, and welcome back to Stock Car Country here in Talladega, Alabama. Last night we saw what was absolutely a barn burner, four wide overtime finish. It was absolutely insane. Jason Bridges took the win in what was probably one of the baddest races I've seen on the platform. Man, that was just listening. Excuse me 1 second, listening to race control talk, and I will inform you guys what sounds like they were saying. It was just basically going over saying, guys, we got still a little bit of a small field, only 20 cars, so let's just try to keep it clean here early so we can have a good finish for the end. And that's what I like to hear. These guys probably going to see some gentlemen's racing here, single file, and hey, that's what you expect here at Talladega. I'm sure there's still going to be some drivers that are patient and try to push that edge a little bit. We'll see some moves, but other than that, man, I'm expecting to see an awesome night here at Talladega Superspeedway. You know, me and Chris were in for what was absolutely one of the best finishes we've seen all season, if not all year already, and it's only 2022. We're going to have to send that into some iRacing clips or wherever you send those on, man, because I think that could make it to a highlight. That was absolutely an awesome finish. If you didn't see it after this race is over, go back, rewatch it. An hour and like 20 minutes is when the finish is at. Trust me, I've watched it so many times today. So good of a finish. Absolutely amazing. I wish we had a clip of it, but me and Chris aren't that fancy yet. So other than that, man, Ron Morris Jr., at 76, he is currently sitting himself on the pole position, 54-31, excuse me. Looks like Brandon's into the track, but Chris, man, we are going to see some good racing here tonight. We know we got some points battles as it's the last race of the regular season. So, take us through who you're thinking you can take it up and walk these fans through the points, as we're about to see what could be a big night for some of these drivers.
Yeah, it's really going to be a very interesting night tonight. We do have 20 drivers, so a lot more than what we normally have, but Talladega normally does bring that out. Looks like Jake Hodge just set himself up into the second position. Good run there from that 05 machine. We know that 05 is really fast. We'll see if he can really set himself up a lot faster there in that 05. But Josh, just to go back to what you were saying, Jason Collins right now currently sitting, want to say 50 points away. Yeah, 50 points, 60 points away from Ronnie Shirk. So that's the end of the season. I think Jason Collins will be able to walk away with the regular season championship, but Ronnie Shirk, he is definitely on the alert. He was, last season's truck championship winner. So why not be able to take home the Xfinity season, this year? So, I see Ronnie Shirk definitely setting himself up here tonight good if he can, just avoid the mess. That's a lot of the things the driver's going to have to avoid tonight is the mess.
Indeed, Chris. The mess is what you're going to have to get past. I mean, we saw last night some incidents early, mostly just small incidents, but we did see, one big incident there in the mid-pack of the race. It took out a decent amount of cars that allowed some trucks to pull their way up to the field. We saw drivers that were kind of hanging out with damage, still making good runs. We saw really good runs from Alex Healy. Robert Richards had a great run coming to the finish. Dakota Shepard was so close to getting himself in the top four. I think he finished 5th, 6th. So it's like we saw so many drivers right there. And it was like Ed Osborne. Nobody even noticed him, but if you go back and watch that replay, man, he was getting the run of his lifetime. You give Talladega another 500 yards, I think Ed possibly could have made it 5 wide right there for the win. I mean, it was insane. That race last night was what I said earlier, a barn burner, and I'm expecting to see no less here tonight. 20 cars, it's going to be a little bit less tame here in the early running. But once we get to those last 16, 15, 10 laps, that's when the field just says it's all out the window. They're going to go racing as we go on board here with Michael Brizin in that 71. We got some drivers here too as well, Chris, that have some experience from last night. Travis Twitty, Robert Richards being two of those guys, and then we also got Bryce Hunter, Josh Clemens. They were in the truck race last night. Ron Morris Jr. as well. So trying to see, do we have any more that was in there? It doesn't look like it. So a bunch of drivers have experience. Frankie Barroso's jumping down from the Cup Series tonight, running in the O2 machine. So we're going to see some drivers. Scott Fritz as well. And speaking of Scott Fritz, me and Chris actually did get word from that 01 machine. As he said, bring me up. I'm going to be your in-race reporter. So we're going to take it back to that old school, I guess you could say 70s, 80s CBS style, where we'll bring in that one of Scott Fritz every now and then and, just get some track information. Usually we talk to our stage winners, which we still will be doing that, of course. But Scott Fritz is going to be like our eye in the sky, our third reporter out on the track. It's going to be a fun to bring him up in the booth. Chris, I know, is excited to do that as well. So, we're gonna see some drivers working for some experience here, but we're gonna see some guys racing for a championship position. And Chris LeBourgeois, one of those drivers that needs a good run here tonight. We know he's been very solid all season, but I know he would love to cap off that 83 machine with a victory here. We got a lot of Chevys in the field, so we'll see those guys linking up very well. And one Toyota, two Toyotas, three Toyotas, excuse me. Man, every time I would say, a Toyota, I'd see more pop up. But Brad Gebhardt, Jake Hodge, Robert Richards, they're the Toyotas. The Fords on the field tonight, Pendel, Fritz, Butler, Brizen, Zimmerman, and that's it, man. So a lot of Chevys out there on the field. Dominant like the old days, man. All those Chevys. We'll see still a very great race here. We got, about a minute 45 here, minute and 30, so it's going to be a good race. That's all I got to say. You're not going to want to miss this one. And we got a lot of family members, friends, and Bluegrass faithful out there. Good to have you guys on board here with us, guys, gals, mothers, sisters, brothers, fathers, whatever y'all are. Great to have y'all here, and we hope you are going to enjoy your stay here tonight for the Xfinity race. And, man, me and Chris are more than glad to have you along board because we are expecting a great race here for race number 2 at Talladega. And, man, I think it's going to set us up for an awesome race tomorrow for the Cup Series. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. These Bluegrass boys in the Xfinity cars still got to get through qualifying in 74 laps, if not an overtime finish. I mean, we could see some crazy things here, and all those drivers are tuned up and ready for that. I'm excited to see, name off a couple drivers. Not going to try to, pinch anybody in the rear end here early, but I'm thinking Robert Richards is going to be one of those cars, Chris. He's going to be starting towards the rear of the field tonight, not qualifying. That we're going to see make up some speed here early. Robert was very fast, even with damage last night in the truck series. So expecting to see Robert. We know Jason usually fast wherever he goes. Not sure how Jason's feeling with the Xfinity cars at Talladega. We'll see how his run is. Yeah, Andy is also on probation. Gebhardt just getting his second qualifying lap in with 5 seconds to go. But other drivers I think I could see being faster tonight. Twitty, Mikael Robinson, those guys, usually we saw Twitty almost come away with a top 5 last season here in the Cup Series, right? No, it was trucks. Yeah, it was trucks last season. But man, we can see some unexpected drivers coming up. That's Talladega, man. But looks like we're going to get through your qualifying grid here in just a moment. Got some drivers gridding up, and we'll be ready to go. 76 Ron Morris Jr. sitting himself on pole in style tonight. As you see that Ron Morris racing 76 machine looking very, very blue and very clean here as he's going to set himself on pole position respectively here at Talladega. It's always them juniors on pole at Dega, as Brett Nilsson, that number 8 machine. So I want to say that says G2 Drainage. He's going to be lining up on that outside pole position as he's going to be lining up in at P2. Ronnie Shirk, the Rims 151 machine. He's going to be lining up in that third position with that 71 of Michael Brizen lining up in P4. Jake Hodge. Man, I want an In-N-Out burger right now. He's going to be lining up in that P5 position as Brad Gebhardt going to be starting outside lane of him in that P6 position. LeBourgeois, he's going to be trying to set the field on fire and then put it out. He's going to be on that P7 position as Brandon Zimmerman going to be lining up in P8. Bryce Hunter third place finisher in the 4-wide battle last night in the truck race. He's looking to bring that momentum over here into the Xfinity race tonight. The number 9 going to line up in that 9th position. And then to his outside will be that 99 of Josh Clemens, who was also a part of that 4-wide battle last night. Did I forget to mention that? No, he wasn't. He wasn't. Okay, sorry. I do apologize for that, but he was very close in that Truck Series battle all night. Led a handful of laps as well. He'll be starting 10th. 5 of Tyler Johnson going to be starting in 11th position with Mo Abbott in 12th. Good to see him out on the track tonight, as we'll see Dylan Butler in that 13th position, pulling down to the bottom of the track because he has the well. We're going to see a lot of guys pull to the bottom of the track here, as Frankie Barroso going to be starting in 13th. Scott Fritz, I want to say, was starting in 14th, 15th, as we'll see Jason Collins in 16th. We're just going to scroll through the field here. A bunch of EOLs, a bunch of drivers out of the sort. See, Robert Richards says he's starting 17th right now. Travis Twitty lined up in that 18th through 16th position with all these EOLs, man. As we see Jeremiah Hobbs, it says he's starting 19th. I would assume he is starting 19th. Then Mikkel Robinson. It's a nice-looking car right there. I want to see the side of that eventually. And then we see back towards the back of the pack. That was Frankie Barroso that was dropping back. Scott Fritz. And then that will be your field, Chris. So, this is the University of Northwestern Ohio 01 machine. Our on-track reporter here tonight. It looks like we should be going green this time by. As you see the field down the Allison back straightaway for the last time under caution, man. They'll be going green. Ooh, Ron Morris Jr. appearing back. And he's asking, did he just blink? Uh-oh. Looks like he should be good, though. But if that iRacing pace car turns left and down the track, we will be going official this time. Looks like he is going to exit the track. We're going to get to racing, Bluegrass faithful, as get up on your feet. Drivers, get those belts tight. Get up on that wheel. We're about to go Superspeedway racing as they're going to pull up to that Bluegrass restart zone here in just a minute. And you'll see that flagman signal the green flag to him. And there they go, green, green, green. 76 of Ron Morris Jr. firing off. Brett Nielsen moving, though, to the outside lane. He's going to submit himself in the lead here early. As early on, we've got single file racing here as the 51 giving him a big push.
Oh, you see the bump there. Whoa, big bump from Ronnie's shirt.
I just saw the green flag icon and thought it was already the yellow coming out. I got a little nervous right there, but might see some drivers drop off here, but looks like we're already single file on that bottom lane. Bryce Hunter, Christopher Pindell, a couple drivers already making up. Ooh, nice car from that 16 of Mikkel Robinson. As him and Jeremiah are linked up. Uh-oh. Looks like Jason might already had a little bit of rear deck damage. Maybe got stacked up there. We do got some cars out of line, and it looks like, yeah, Jason's got some damage already. Shouldn't be too bad, but I don't think you'll have any issue with that.
Yeah, we saw a lot of cars last night with a lot of damage, being able to keep up. Robert Richards being one of those. Definitely had a lot of damage on that truck, and, you know, it was able to get up there and finish in that, you know, in that top 4 bubble. So, you know, Robert Richards showing that damage really didn't matter here. It doesn't matter, you know, as long as you stay in the draft. If you get caught by yourself, that's whenever everything's going to become a problem. See, right now he's in the draft, so we don't have to really worry about it. And I know Travis Twitty said he wants to hang out towards the back tonight, doesn't really want to push the issue too much. So he said, don't expect too much from me early on. So that's we're not expecting much. Chris. No, I was just saying, we're not expecting much from you, buddy.
Hey, and I don't think we're expecting much from a lot of these drivers. I mean, we'll see, you know, drivers like this, you know, form an outside lane, I'm sure. But I don't think they're really going to be racing aggressively as they, you know, preferably want to be. I don't know. We'll see how it dials out here. I said you'll get your drivers that are going to get impatient. Lap 2, it looks like they're already ready to go.
Yeah, the outside lane looks like it's already starting to stack up on that, you know.
Jason was the fastest car that last time by.
38 starting to really tuck up. Mo Abbott starting to tuck up to the back of Jason Collins. So look at that. We're already bringing the back of the pack. Scott Fritz was just sitting back there at the very back of the pack. Now he's sitting up here battling in that top 10. Man, whoa. Everybody's getting stacked up. This is starting to get hairy at lap 3.
Yeah, they don't need to be doing this at lap 3. I mean, I have faith in these boys, but just a bad push, bad link. These Xfinity cars extremely dangerously loose in the dirty air sometimes. So we might see some cars pull out here, but I think right now they're just wanting to race a little bit here. Give the fans a show. Exactly what you expect to see here at Superspeedway racing.
Oh, 3 wide.
We're
Jason
going
already
3
starting to
wide.
push it.
Jason wants to lead this freaking race, man.
Yeah, Jason already pushing that 3 wide. You see the 20 of Brandon Zimmerman starting to get loose back there. That's something you got to watch out for. Yeah, you just got to hold your line. Coming down the backstretch, you wonder how many people's going to jump out here now. Nobody. Everybody going to stay in it. Brandon Zimmerman going to stay in that 3 wide bubble. We are 3 wide all the way back to the 5th row. Man, right now, all these boys really wanting to push it. Wonder how many drivers are starting to back out of it. I see Travis
Non backing out.
Yeah, I see Brandon Zimmerman starting to back out too. Look at that. The 51 of Ronnie Shirk riding that 3 wide behind us.
The 12 of Robert Richards just got dangerously loose. That could have been bad. The 51 and the 3 linked up. We know those are 2 teammates right there.
Yeah, let's see if the 51 can push that 3 up into the lead. Does look like he will get him up into there.
No. Come
Ronnie
on, boys.
Shirk leaning all over the 48 of Mo Abbott. 51.
Get down there. Just get down there, Ronnie. Just get down there, Ronnie.
He's got
the 8 was letting him. The 8 let him, but he didn't take it. These boys are racing extremely hard at lap 75. They're racing like it's lap 75. It's only lap 5. He's going to take it down there, and now Robert Richards stuck out in that bubble. Oh, man, this is scary already. Scott Fritz going to move himself up to 2nd, and there goes the 39 right there.
Yeah, Mo Abbott and Scott Fritz going to move themselves up into that 1st and 2nd position, so our onboard, whoa, you see Ronnie Shirk taking a big move to that outside lane. I was going to say, Scott Fritz, though, moved himself up into that 2nd position. But man, Ronnie Shirk just taking that outside lane, saying, I think I'm going to go up here and take the lead myself.
I love how these boys are already just racing, absolutely racing. I said it was going to be tame. Man, I lied. These boys are putting on a show for us already. I have a lot of faith in these guys, though. A lot of them have raced around each other. You just got to be careful in that dirty air, man. You just don't want to see somebody get a bad push, get a little squiggly. Somebody on the inside lane get squiggly. It can turn hairy. And that's just what I don't want to see in this race here early.
Yeah, but Josh, like you were saying, it's one of those things. You just got to be careful. Nobody can really make a mistake right now, especially when you're that close to each other. But it just goes to show these Bluegrass boys in the Xfinity Series still know how to get it done. I mean, a lot of your Cup drivers and your truck drivers that were in the races last night are in this race here tonight. So, whoa, Michael Brinson going to move down to that bottom lane. Looks like everybody trying to get to that inside lane. Maybe wanting to break this outside lane up. You see Ron Morse Jr. on the tail end of that train. On the outside, you got Rodney Shirk, Dylan Butler, and then the 76, Ron Morse Jr. Whoa, everybody getting a little loose coming out of the corner, but it looks like everybody's going to get it tucked up, though. I want to say Frankie Barroso had the fastest lap time this past time by. So you see the 76, Ron Morris Jr. looks like he's starting to fall off just a little bit. Maybe wanting to not get up here and tango with these boys like they were just a second ago. I'm not going to lie. They definitely put on a show there for those first couple of laps.
Yeah, that had me on the edge of my seat there. Not in a good way, Chris. Not in a good way. I was very on edge right there.
Yeah,
all I could think was, man, Jason just saying that he wanted a slow race here, just a good little pace. Nobody pushing the issue too much. Then everybody goes out there and race. He takes it 3 wide himself.
Oh, you see, Jason looks like he was trying to get out, maybe trying to get a little bit of air on the front end of that car.
He was telling Robert to calm down. I think he got a bad push from that 12 machine that he didn't like.
Yeah, you see Robert Richards, looks like he got about a car length distance between him and Jason. Now, that outside lane looks like it's not working yet. Looks like Ronnie Shirk going to go ahead and pull it down in front of that 71 of Michael Brizin. So Michael Brizin going to go ahead, let that 51 settle back into back into the pace. It looks like we've got a single file pretty much all the way through the field. It looks
39
like
just pulled out Dylan Butler.
the only person, Brandon, nope, I want to say that is Christopher Findell that's on the outside. And then I see Josh said, yeah, Dylan Butler just pulled out to that outside lane. So probably just trying to avoid rear-ending somebody, pulled out to that outside lane. It looks like he might get stuck on that outside lane. He might get cycled back here behind Brisson. As you see right behind them, Brett Nilsson, though, that he's going to be leading that second pack. Where, as I was about to say it, Ron Morris Jr. going to jump out. It looks like the 51 of Ronnie Shirk also going to jump out to the back end of that Dylan Butler machine. So it looks like he's going back in. Thought he was going to go to that outside lane. Decided against it. But our stage break isn't for another 20 laps. So, man, the fact that these boys have been up here really putting on a show. Man, like you were saying, Josh, that was edge of the seat, making my stomach like I was watching, somebody do something really dangerous. Man, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was indeed crazy, man. That had me going there for a second. That was a good little battle, though. It's a good setup to see what we could possibly see in the end. You see how they just in unison, Ronnie Shirk and that 16, I want to say, that's not the 16. Whatever that was, they both went out in unison on the backstretch, and it was weird how they looked exactly the same. Dylan Butler, though, Ronnie Shirk going to pull out to the outside lane here at lap number 10. We can see it spice back up at any time.
Yeah, it's one of those things, it can happen here. We were saying last night in the truck race, the one thing that you got to watch for is patience. It's got to be which driver has the patience to stay back behind the other driver. That's got to be the thing. You see right now, Ronnie Shirk getting a really massive push on that outside lane, Josh. I think that outside lane is going to really come up and show its head earlier on here than it did the truck race last night. The truck race, it was pretty much till about lap 50.
Whoa.
About lap 30 was whenever it came out here. At lap 11, you're seeing that outside lane just with two cars in tandem, being pushed up to the front. Maybe that 51 looks like he's not going to leave. Yep, he's going to leave the 39 out to dry. That's going to be the 96 of Dylan Butler, so he's going to fall back behind. So Ronnie Shirk got that big push out to the front, so Shirk went on the lurk, pushed his way back up to the front, so he's going to be leading this thing right now. Bo Abbott, though, going to be in that second place. You're going to see our in-race supporter, Scott Fritz. He's going to be in that third spot. And then Jason Collins, your points leader right now, sitting in that fourth spot. Robert Richards in fifth. And then, man, it's just a big gaggle of race cars back behind them from there on.
A big old gaggle of race cars. Blinking over on top 10 right now. Top 12 separated ball by like a second, I want to say. So, and they're doing a great job. Did you see who was that? The Brad Gebhardt machine taking it to the top?
Wide.
The 05 as well.
Yeah, let's see if the 05 is going to be able to push Gebhardt. We know the inside line on Robert Richards. He's going to be the squiggliest. That inside line, or the bubble on the middle car, as you always say, the meat in the sandwich. That's always the one that gets really loose. So you saw the 96 Dylan Butler just keep it straight, and then the 44 had to get out of it and had to tuck back in. But let's see if Brad Gebhardt's going to push. Man, that outside lane is just pushing.
Yeah, Dylan Butler might go to the lead here with the 44 Brad Gebhardt pushing.
This is like some old school NASCAR racing right here.
Yeah, we're getting a good bit of lead swaps here tonight. We're only at lap 13, man.
Look at that.
Three-car tandem going to the outside lane. But it looks like that 51 starting to fight back, but they're all three going to pull down.
All three clear. Man, oh man, that lane. Now Tyler Johnson running the fastest lap last time. Now Ronnie Shirk's like, hey, Tyler, I see you running that outside lane. Let's jump up. Let's start pulling. So let's see if Ronnie Shirk's going to try to move himself back out to the front here on this outside lane. As we see, all it takes is two cars. Ron Morris Jr. going to be on that outside lane too, so he should be able to suck up to the back bumper of that 5 of Tyler Johnson here before too long. But look at that, going into turn 1, he's already getting a massive push into the corner. Ooh, that Ronnie Shirk. Brad Gebhardt getting a little loose.
Bob said he's dropping to the back. He's going to go to the outside lane. He could get stuck in a weird spot here. But everybody is going to go single file pretty much below him.
see, maybe he just sees something that he doesn't
He
like.
just doesn't feel comfortable, man.
And that's
You always trust your gut instinct as a race car driver.
You know, I definitely can say I've been in a couple of races at Talladega in the Xfinity cars and had a lot of wrecks happen in front of me. I got a couple of replays I could bring up, man. Woo! You'd be like, man, I don't understand how you made it through it. I don't know how I did it either. But I will say, whenever your gut tells you back out of it, you back out of it. You know, even something couldn't happen, but you know, it's still better to listen to your gut when it comes down to a super speedway race, because like Travis Twitty said, he just wants to hang out in the back right now. He doesn't really want to push the issue because, you know, like we saw last night, Aquabot Proctor came all the way from the back, started leading. He led for about 20 laps. And was
led his first laps in Bluegrass as well, so congratulations to him, man.
Yeah, was able to pull all the way from the back, so it's just one of those things. It doesn't matter where you at. You can get to the front. You just have to avoid all of the wrecks. As we see back here in the back, everybody's starting to get too wide. Might see this outside lane starting to work. You see Bryce Hunter on that leading that train with Jeremiah Hobbs right behind him. Then two teammates will be working together, and then right behind them will be that 16 Miguel Robinson. It looks like they're going to dive to that inside lane though. Bryce Hunter, will that 16 get in? He will. Bob and Tyler Johnson going to let those three cars in. That outside lane still trying to get up there.
Brad Gebhardt just pulled out. Well, that's a weird spot. He's not going to get in. This is going to cause a wreck here.
Nope, he's going to take it down to the bottom. He's going to take it down to the bottom. You see everybody fanning out, getting around. The 20 of Brandon Zimmerman riding the top lane. Brad Gebhardt still got it.
If he can save his pace, but he's going to have to go. But I don't think I think that might have just hurt him. Nope. Looks like the 20 might be able to. I don't know. We'll have to pay attention to that. He could fall off the draft here.
Ronnie Sherk
05 is going to drop out as well in the back stretch of Jake Hodge. That third on the inside lane. Ron Morris Jr. up there just single filing it by himself. Just hoping and praying that somebody comes with him. Ooh, 39. Really aggressive shove on corner exit.
So Ron Morris Jr. going to be able to get back to that inside lane. Let's see if they're going to let him back up in there. You see everybody starting to fan up. Looks like they're going to let him back in. Tyler Johnson going to let him in. The 8, Brett Nelson going to...
We got drivers pitting. 51.
Is the speed limit. Let's see if they can get it slowed down.
Dylan Butler, he did.
So Ronnie Sherk, Dylan Butler, Mo Abbott, Scott Fritz, Jason Collins, Robert Richards, Michael Brizen, Chris Bourgeois, and Frankie Barroso all coming down pit lane. So Ron Morris Jr. going to assume the lead here, but we'll see how long these boys decide to stay out, or they're going to try to stretch it as long as they can. Look at that. Bryce Hunter, Jeremiah Hobbs, Mikael Robinson pushing their way up to the front. Bryce Hunter going to assume the lead here. Man, he wins that one race in Mid-Ohio, and look at that. Bryce Hunter just showing everybody that, hey, I've got the confidence now.
Hey, I just love it when Twitty calls out. He calls out his pit calls the same every time. But Bryce Hunter, man, you know, he said last night, finishing third in the Truck Series, he was going to try to carry this momentum over. It looks like right now he's doing that. He's had a good run tonight. You know, we got contact. Brett Nelson, 99 to Josh Clemens.
Looks like it was just a little bit of contact, nothing too crazy.
Whoa, the 94 and the 20 just hit.
Yeah, the 94 and the 20 just hit.
99 missed his stall.
9 missed his stall. Oh, that's really going to hurt Bryce Hunter. Dylan Butler and co, though, they're coming around out of turn 4 into the trioval. It looks like Ron Morris Jr. and co getting out of the pits first. But Dylan Butler, see right now they're going past. Used to you would back in the old days, you'd be able to merge right there where those cars were coming out of pit lane passing. But
Kevin LePage.
Yeah, Kevin LePage. That's all we got to say. It's right now.
I've had that happen so many times too on here.
I have too.
I don't get it. People just pull back out. They don't care. They're reckless. Butler is going to lead, though, Chris. I mean, that's what you're about to point out. Scott Fritz running in a solid second. Collins has promoted himself back up into third. Doesn't like he took any damage, obviously. Not under green flag conditions at all would you do that here. Unless it's just detrimental that you have to. As you see, Mo Abbott. That's a number we haven't seen Mo in a while, Chris. That 48, we know that used to be Cup number. Good to see Mo back in the 48. As Robert Richards sitting in 5th. I want to say Ronnie Shirk 6th, 5th, whatever he decides to get to once Chris LeBourgeois and him get linked up here. And Chris LeBourgeois sitting in that 8th spot. Good to see him still on a solid run. Ron Morris Jr. a little bit farther back down the straightaway. You see him kind of hanging on by himself right there. He's about to get caught by some cars, though. He's going to sit in 8th and then 9th. And then 10th is going to go to Jeremiah Hobbs. It looks like Mikael Robinson going to be behind him with that 05 of Jake Hodge. These 3 cars have been linked up.
Whoa!
I don't know what that was.
It looked like might have gotten a little bit of dirty air and maybe getting that push. Maybe getting that push from Mikael Robinson. The car just upset itself. Man, that was really crazy there for Jeremiah Hobbs. But I want to say Frankie Barroso set the fastest lap time again this last lap by. So Frankie Barroso really out there on a big tear, man. He is showing that he is definitely showing these Bluegrass boys that, whoa, see Ronnie Shirk take a big jump out there. Looks like he might have had a really big run. As I see over in the YouTube chat, Akamai Proctor, big ups to the Bluegrass brass in the 34 again. Chris and Josh did a great job in the booth. Appreciate it. I'm still stoking up yesterday, man. Like we've been talking about it all day today. It's Josh and them. That's something they said they've been talking about at work all day today.
Yeah, it's been a big hot topic at work, man. That 4-wide finish was absolutely insane, and congrats to you, Akamai, man, leading your first laps. I'm seeing a podium or possibly a dub here soon. Been driving very well. That's one of those drivers you got to look out for. One of those Bluegrass rookies. As right here, it looks like we're in that stage of the race. This is how we thought it was going to be at the start.
Yeah, just pretty much single filing out. You see Ronnie Shirk just riding that outside lane. Chris LeBourgeois riding right behind him. So, another driver that, we know, can't get it done here. Does have a few wins, in the Bluegrass series. So, been here a while. So, Chris LeBourgeois knows how to get it done. It's good to see him come back and race in the Xfinity series this season. And really show that he's, still got the talent, behind the wheel. Whoa, Scott Fritz jumped out to the back, or jumped out to the outside. Looks like we're going to take it 3 wide. Dylan Butler going to have to give up. Whoa, no! Scott Fritz going around. No. Whoa, the 39 going up.
Dude, did he just get away with no damage? Are you kidding me?
I don't see any damage on that car.
What in the heck?
Go to a couple of weird cameras.
Whoa,
that we don't go
back
to.
left, and front left. From that upside, you see how bad the back left is for that camera?
I can't see it. It's too zoomed out for me.
I don't know what in the heck just happened. We're going to have to go back and watch it. Are they going to use this as the stage break?
Ronnie Shirk with a lot of damage there. Oh. I'll have to go back and see what happened there. Looks like a big
Our
push.
stage was at 25, correct?
Lap 30.
Oh, 30. Okay, sorry. No, we're definitely not using this. Just like the 39 didn't want to give up that track. He pulls up.
Looks like Ronnie Shirk might have gave a big bump there, yeah. Looks like on that outside lane, Ronnie Shirk just big old push from that 51. Trying to get him around that 39. Right there with that bump. Yeah, and doing it on that left quarter panel, that's really going to mess it up. You see him get into the front there. The rear end of the 39. 39 getting up into, and Ronnie Shirk hitting it, and then basically the 39 doing a backflip. Ronnie Shirk, though, taking a lot of damage. It looks like maybe Chris LeBourgeois got away with not taking any damage. Man, that happened right in front of him.
He is going to take damage, but how much? We're going to have to see it from that front. It looks like it did take some away back, possibly, you know, quote unquote netcode damage. It's like Scott. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and bring out that, or bring in our in-race reporter, that 01 of Scott Fritz. Have a word with him and see what he's got to say about that incident right there. If I can find the freaking channel, man. I'm so bad about this. Found it. Hey, Scott, Chris, and Johnson in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, so we saw that wreck right there. Can you take that through from your perspective? We saw a little bit of maybe of an unlinked bump or something. Just mayhem right there. And do you think the damage is going to be too much for you to carry on with pace?
No, I got really lucky somehow, and Ronnie got in the back of me and turned me there, and I literally just did a 360. I caught Dylan there and just gave me a little bit of nose damage, and I did a 360 and kept it out the wall and kept going, and I only had 20 seconds of repair, so it's all fixed. So I don't know how I got that lucky, but we'll continue on and keep working with my teammates and see what we can do here.
Yeah, man, we saw that was absolute mayhem. You know, out of nowhere, guys were starting to get a little bit of a single file run there, and then it just got chaotic. But man, Scott, it's been looking good. We know you still got a stage break to go here and a good bit of time to recuperate and get back into it. But hey, congratulations! I'm so used to that. Good luck, man, in the rest of this race, and hopefully we'll be having some words with you here in a little bit that aren't anything negative.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, man. So yeah, you heard it from our in-race reporter, Scott Fritz, man. Luck was on his side, and I even said that, Chris. No damage? Can you believe that? That is absolutely insane.
Yeah, you know, that's something, Josh, that really, it surprises me that 01 didn't take a lot of damage. Just goes to show you the Xfinity cars are just built different. Man, you know, the damage is just a lot different on it. You see him slow it down, might be having to let a car get around.
I want to say Tyler Johnson.
Yeah, Tyler Johnson. And Ronnie Shirk looks like he went ahead, decided to take it to the hauler, man.
Him and Dylan Butler both.
Yeah, that Ronnie Shirk machine definitely took a really big shot on that inside wall as well. So, man, unfortunate there for Ronnie Shirk, though. He had definitely one of the fastest race cars out here on the track.
Hey, that's Talladega, baby. That is Talladega. As we're coming down the back straightaway here under caution. The pace lights are indeed off, though. We will see the field go back to green flag racing for around 6 laps here. No, excuse me, 4 laps. As we will get the stage at the end of lap number 30. Hopefully we don't see anything out of the ordinary here. Hopefully not too much chaos or mayhem about to ensue. Hopefully these boys just look at the bigger picture of things. I know there's still some guys trying to race for as many playoff points as they can possibly get. We'll probably see some moves here to be made. I'm sure we're going to see some hard racing with the way they've been racing, but maybe that wreck put a little sense into them and said, all right, let's just slow it down here. Take a little easy. Scott Fritz should get called up here in plenty of time. No worries for that. You got a lot of pacing to do here at Talladega before you go green. You should see the field here in a second. Pace car is going to turn left, though. Field going to start to tighten up here. As there is that 01. Very lucky with no damage. We're going to get back to green flag racing here for just 4 laps. Ooh,
Whoa.
they just made contact.
Yeah, they did just make contact. Jason Collins getting onto the loud pedal, though. Saw the 48er. Mo Abbott looks like he might have been trying to lean down there on the 3, just slow him down a little bit. You saw a little bit of contact. That might have been net code. Doesn't look like any damage was put on those 2 cars, so might have just been a little bit of net code contact there. But we're green again. Mo Abbott going to be booting himself down onto that inside lane. We'll see if he gets ready to take that inside lane. Chris LeBourgeois on the outside. He's got a really big run for the 76 of Ron Morris Jr. on that back bumper. This is going to be where you see a lot of drivers starting to take that outside lane. There you go. The 05 of Jay Hodge, 94 Christopher Pendale dive into that outside lane as well. So we could see these last 3 laps really come down and really shake up everything.
Oh yeah, it's going to be 3 laps to go here to the stage break. You see that 05 all the way to the top lane. He's going to back out behind that 94 Pendale.
Whoa!
Whoa! Do not know what just...
Yeah, the 16 of Mikael Robinson just jumped all the way to the top of the track. Not really sure what just happened there, but he was able to collect it. Doesn't look like they made any contact, but man,
I think they might have touched.
Man, that was definitely crazy.
He said something, but I'm not sure what he was. What he said. The cars were so loud they were that certain camera. And see if I can go back and see what he was saying. Maybe he touched the apron or something. Just give me 1 second here, Chris.
Yeah, Chris
I'll try to make it the situation.
Chris LeBourgeois on that outside lane. Let's see if he gets a push. Rod Morris Jr. is pushing him on that outside lane. So we'll see if it does look like they're falling off just a little bit, though. That outside lane, though, look at that. The 9 of Bryce Hunter now, 3 wide back there. It's going to be the 9, the 10, and the 94, 3 wide. Excuse me, that's the 8 of Brett Nilsson. It looks like they're going to go ahead and tuck it back in 2 wide. But it looks like Chris LeBourgeois falling off just a little bit now. Jason Collins still out in the lead, but that outside lane should get a really big push.
Ooh.
Whoa, man, you see the 16 back there. Looks like he's weaving a basket, man. 3 wide down going into turn 3. The 05 of Jake Hodge on that outside lane. Let's see if anybody gives up some real estate.
Please don't wreck, boys. Please just bring it back to us. We still got a lot of racing to go. White flag for the stage, though.
Everybody wants those stage points. They're really going to matter here at the end. It looks like the 94 Christopher Pendale going to go up and block that top lane. Here we go.
Come on, boys. Bring him back to us.
This is one of those things where you just don't want to say anything.
I don't know what to say right now.
I don't know what to say.
I am very nervous. This is for the stage, man. These boys are racing. Oh, goodness, that outside lane is pushing. Yeah.
48 of Mo Abbott getting a little loose on that inside lane. The 94 looks like the 16.
16. Come on, just keep it in your line, boys. Keep it in your line. Come on, bring it back to us. We're about to woe them down. Hopefully the 16 doesn't try to hop out of line here. Oh, I thought he was not gonna be clear. He is. I'm glad he hopped out of line. Just didn't think he was clear for a second, but he was. But it looks like Jason Collins, stage winner. Woe him down, boys. You're giving me a heart attack. Oh my goodness. I have never wanted to see these Bluegrass guys not race so much in my life. I love it. I love seeing it. At the end of the day, they made it, and man, the tension is worth it. But goodness gracious, man.
I don't think my blood pressure can take this.
I know, right? It's like you're almost squinting sometimes because you just don't want to watch it. Like, I love it though.
Yeah,
great win by great win by our faithful leader, Jason Collins.
Stage break win. Man, that was woo-wee. If you were definitely out there on that Facebook, on that YouTube, you're getting the same amount of intensity that we are right now. This is definitely definitely crazy.
You guys know me and Chris love racing. We love beating, banging, wrecking, all of it. That's it. That's a part of the racing. We love it. But man, at Talladega with 74 laps coming for the stage break at lap 30, it just makes your heart drop, you know? You just, you just want to see him make it, you know, because we saw such a great finish last night. And I'm expecting that now, Chris, with the way these boys are racing for the stage. Oh, man, if we get just at least a good bit of cars to make it all the way through, if not all of them, this is going to be a guaranteed good night. And I hope Mikkel gets whatever demon was possessing that car to get out of there, because that thing was possessed with how loose it was that last run.
Yeah, it was all over the place, most definitely. So maybe that 16, just like we said, getting down on the apron and you know, getting into a little bit of dirty air. But man, that was definitely scary there for a couple of times. That 16 scared both of us more than he should have.
Not even the 16, man, just everybody. But yeah, there was a moment there when him and Bryce Hunter and who was it? 05 of Jake Kodge almost made contact, and I did go back, and he said, "I apologize, I just didn't see you there." And yeah, that just shows you, man, the blind spots. We're gonna see these drivers come down pit road. We will have a word with Jason Collins, your stage winner. We'll see who's gonna come out first here. Jason's hoping it's him, but he pitted in that 15th spot, or started in that 16th spot. He's got a far back pit stall. Hopefully he doesn't get involved in any traffic. Looks like Mikkel's gonna pull really far back in his stall. The 05 of Jake Kodge and Brad Gebhardt going to stay out. They look like they might be expecting a caution here. Pindell won the race out. Did he take fuel only? Can't tell. My pit thing was too small. Let's see, Pindell. Yeah, 5 seconds. Looks like he did take fuel only. But while we've got a moment here, where is the pace car? I don't want Jason to get all out of sorts trying to get caught up with the pace car. And as soon as I said that, it's like he was listening to me. Pace car is on the backstretch. Check up, guys, when you're coming in. I love it. It's like he heard me. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and bring up our faithful leader and our fearless leader is what I mean to say. But you know what I mean. Our fearless leader here. And we're going to have a word with Jason Collins, your stage break winner here. Jason Collins, Chris and Josh up here in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, what's happening, guys?
Oh, man. What is happening? We're going to have to be put on life support at the end of this race with the way you guys are giving us those heart attacks up there. Great racing, though, on the track. But, hey, coming to the stage there, you got yourself up in the front there, and you got a great push from behind and really dominated that inside lane. What are we looking for here going into this latter part of the race? You going to try to hang out, or are you going to try to get yourself back up there and assert that dominance in the lead?
We want to be up front, try to control the race, because if we can control it, we can possibly eliminate, wrecks and stuff like that. We don't want to get caught up in anybody else's crap. So we're going to try to control it and just go from there. We were obviously, I needed to lead a lap earlier, and those guys are working with me. So they moved up and let me have the bottom so I could try to lead a lap because I hadn't led a lap yet. And unfortunately, that got Ronnie caught up in an accident. And I hate that for him. But, we're racing for bonus points, he and I are. And that's ultimately what what that came down to was I needed the stage bonus point. And I wanted to try to get that away from him, as I'm sure he wants to get away from me. Yes, we are teammates, but we are still racing each other. So obviously, I hate that he got wrecked or whatever, but unfortunately, that's just part of it, I guess, man. You go out here and you're racing, and Scott was clear. They were both clear, and it's kind of like a last minute thing. Dylan was like, I'm going up, and Scott went up, so they kind of moved up, and then I guess Ronnie got too close to one of them's bumper and turned them, so it's unfortunate, but it is part of the game, man.
And yeah, man, it's part of the game. We see you getting back up here, getting ready to restart here in just a moment. Jason, you've done an excellent job all season, man. We know you've got the experience to get it done here, and hey, we're looking for a good finish tonight. Good luck in the rest of this race, and hopefully we'll be having a word with that 3 machine here at the end of it.
Let's hope so.
Hey, man, good luck.
Thank you, guys.
All right, and that is Jason Collins. If you hear me starting to cut out a little bit, I do apologize about that. I just saw when I was moving Jason, my Discord red barred for about 2 seconds. So if you heard me cut out there, I apologize. I don't know if that happened, but it might have just been a little bit of a Discord thing. I think we're good now. I'm 3 bar green. We are rolling.
All right, so the stage is now over. These boys gonna have to really get it situated out. Really gonna have to, gonna have to see how they have it handled out, because we know, just that last couple of moments, man, that was, whew.
That was a moment right there, wasn't it?
It was. So I had to take a moment and stand up for that, man. That definitely just was crazy. See Christopher Pendel, though, going to be leading the field. Looks like green. Christopher Pendel going to take off to the lead. It looks like Jason Collins, though, getting off on a really good jump, too. Scott Fritz, though, falling right in behind him.
Yeah, Scott Fritz going to go to the inside lane. The 12 of Robert Richards going to follow Jason Collins on that outside lane. You see the 48, the 02, pulling up on that outside lane as well. That's Frankie Barroso and that Mo Abbott machine. As Frankie, he's also here from the Cup Series. Didn't mention him earlier. Don't know why it slipped my mind to when we were mentioning the Cup Series drivers, but Frankie, he's down here from the Cup Series tonight trying to get some experience, and it looks like he's working with one of those guys he's used to working with, Mo Abbott, as they're going to try to team up together here and push their way to the lead. Possibly Mo go to the inside lane here. Maybe not. Looks like he is going to stay on that outside lane, as Ron Morris Jr. is going to make it a three-car tango here, as they're going to try to roll their way to the top.
Yeah, something that you heard Jason say. He wants to be up here in front, wants to be commanding the race. Does not want to get caught up in the mess. But man, when you got the outside lane running such a big, just having such a big momentum on the outside, it's hard to maintain that pace. You see right now, just having the three cars doesn't look like he's got the momentum, but being on that inside lane, they're going to be slowing up just a little bit. If the 96 can tuck back up, he should be able to get up there and push that 48 to the front, but they have to stay linked up. They have to stay bumper to bumper to bumper pretty much the entire time. As you see right now, they got a little bit of separation, so they're starting to fall off. But the inside lane also got a little bit of separation, so they started to fall off as well. But it looks like the outside lane starting to form up just a little bit better, but that inside lane is just a little bit closer together with each other. But Jason still out in the lead. That 48 of Mo Abbott trying to come up here and take over that lead. But like we said, this is really looking like some old school NASCAR racing right now. They really got the package and everything set up perfect right now. I love this. The Xfinity cars being able to race right next to each other, being able to do all this, man, this is just making it fun. This is such more, not to say that the truck race wasn't interesting, but man, this is just, whoa, as you see the 01 of Scott Fritz, 71 getting down on the apron.
A four-wide finish wasn't interesting, man.
Oh, no, a four-wide finish wasn't interesting, but they are making it interesting for the entire race.
Well, while we've got a moment here, we've got the field rolling. We're going to take a second here to step away, as we're going to let you get these beautiful sights and sounds here, and we're going to see it. Some awesome camera views, and enjoy these sights, sounds, and everything here on beautiful virtual Talladega Superspeedway here in Talladega, Alabama. We're going to throw it to an L&S Customs loud pedal, and we will be right back with you here, so enjoy this loud pedal.
welcome you back from that LNS Customs loud pedal. Man, definitely saw a lot of shaking up going on. We saw Jason Collins fall all the way back to the 9th position, so maybe had a little bit of incident go on. Josh was telling me that Frankie Jason and Robert Richards are working together, so is Scott Fritz, so that he maybe just falling back to pick those boys back up, drag them up through the field. But it looks like Jason Collins falling back to that back. Bryce Hunter, under that loud pedal, going to promote himself up into the lead. So, man, you saw a couple of drivers promote themselves up to the lead under that loud pedal. So, a lot of drivers just trying to really get settled in and figure out what's going on because, man, a lot of single file racing going on here in this latter half.
Well, we know Bryce, Jeremiah, and Mikhail also all working together, so you'll see those drivers work together very well. Chris, I got to point out the obvious here. Jeremiah picked up his first win in Bluegrass at Daytona. It was in the round of 16. He didn't make it. No, actually, it was going into the round of 4, round of 6, or round of 8, like that. Yeah. And either way, he picked up his win at a Superspeedway, and he came from 6th place in the last lap. So Jeremiah's one of those guys. He's one of those sneaky silents here. Or sneaky deadlies, I should say. Deadly, but silent about it, man. He moves very, very, very silent. He doesn't really make his moves known, and before you know it, Jeremiah's at the front like he is now, and, the group he's been running with tonight, they've been running solid. Bryce is in the lead out in front of him, and they pretty much control this race at the moment. As you see Jason's pack that he was involved in starting to pull back up as well. We got a big old single file.
Got a big old single file pack indeed, Josh. But I know if Opa's out there watching on the Facebook or the YouTube chat for Bryce Hunter, we know he's definitely excited about it. So hey, Opa, if you're out there watching on the on either one of those platforms, good to have you out there watching, and good to see Bryce Hunter up here in the lead right now with his teammate Jeremiah Hobbs right behind him, and then you said Brandon Zimmerman right behind him, and then Brett Nilsson. And then Mikhail Robinson going to fall back to that 5th spot. He got kind of hung out there, so he had to get separated from the team that he is working with. But like you were saying, Josh, Jason Collins now starting to pull up the back bumper there of Frankie Moroso. So everybody going to start getting caught back up here. This is where you could be seeing the two-wide racing going on. And I see Bobby Hall Jr. in the Facebook saying, get him.
Could see some two-wide racing possibly with the single file pack that's pulling up behind him as well. You see the 5 already starting to pull out maybe. Ooh, 20, that's an uncharacteristic blink from him.
Yeah, he was blinking early on before practice. I did try to message him and tell him, as you see, the 99 looks like he might take the top lane. Looks like Travis 20 might fall back to the back, behind that 99, just till his internet gets figured out. We know Travis, he's very what's the word I'm looking for? He's very he's sportsman.
Yeah.
He's a sportsman kind of racer. He doesn't like to get in there and mess anybody's race up. So he'll get out of the way if he's having an issue. Like you just saw, the 99 did get around him. So you see him blinking there just a little bit. So until he gets it figured out, it will situate itself out here before too long. So you'll see Travis start moving up through the field more than likely. But here at lap 48, lap 74, we're almost to the halfway point. Man, this is definitely really looking out to be a really good race, though. Everybody's single file, but as we were talking about back there, Josh, the 5 of Tyler Johnson going to be leading the pack. And look at that, man. Always on the outside lane. If there is a line that's formed up on the outside, Ron Morris Jr. is going to be right there behind him. Pretty much seeing that 76, being the caboose on any train that's on that outside lane. And look at that, just a big old head of steam from those 2 cars on that outside lane. Man, it just goes to show you, you don't even need 3 cars to be fast on that outside lane. You just need 2. You see Mikhail Robinson can go ahead and drive to the outside lane.
Remember, that's kind of funny, Chris. I didn't mean to cut you off there, but Tyler Johnson just came from all the way at the back of the pack.
Yep.
All the way to the front like that in 2 laps? So.
Yep.
That's just made me giggle.
You're going to see Mikhail Robinson now. He's going to be pushing that 76. maybe going to get up here and try to push that. Whoa, as it looks like the 9 trying to separate a little bit of space, maybe trying to door draft the 76 a little bit and pull them up there just a little bit, trying to help out. If he is helping Mikael Robinson out, trying to get him up
25
here.
to go.
We got 25 to go that time by. Whoa, the 10. Jeremiah Hobbs might be deciding to go to the outside lane. Let's see if he decides. That inside lane starting to close up, so now he's going to have to pick it. The outside lane has got a head of momentum down the backstretch. You could see that 76 go ahead, and as I was saying, it's going to go ahead and pull down. Now the 9 of Jeremiah Hobbs going to jump out. Excuse me, the 9 of Bryce Hunter going to jump out behind Bryce Hobbs. So this is going to be the teammate tandem on the outside.
Bryce Hobbs.
I know. I start talking really fast sometimes, and I get names mixed up. Look at that. That outside lane just starting to already push up ahead of everybody.
Oh, Jeremiah's going to go under Mikael. Is he going to let him back in?
No, what they're trying to do, they're trying to slow up everybody. They're trying to slow him up so that way they can get everybody down on that inside lane. Look at this. Bryce Hunter going to go down the inside lane. Exactly what I was saying.
76 had to get. Woo! That was very close.
Man, Bryce Hunter just threading the needle there. Like I said, they went up there and was trying to separate everything. Jeremiah Hobbs trying to separate and just mix everything up a little bit, slow that inside lane up, and that's what they did. They got those the 16s working with them. We're going to say he's a teammate. So those 3 teammates right now working together really well. Man, you saw Jeremiah really disrupting the air and everything, got everything slowed up. That allowed that 9 to pull down in front of the 76 ever so slightly. See right now, pretty much everybody just back into that single file kind of race. You see, it looks like Travis Twitty's blinking issue might have got itself situated here. Do know that sometimes it can. I've had it happen to me. You know, I'll just be racing and everybody just disappeared. I'm like, oh, that's something that never happens. So sometimes it is just one of those things that happens. But it looks like Travis Twitty's got his internet situated now. Everybody though just kind of single filing it. This is where you're going to see though. Everybody's going to have to just, you know, I would say for the next 12.
Pitting.
Pitting in. So the 3 Amigos going to pull off of the track. I don't know. That's actually kind of funny. Wasn't trying to make a joke there, but Chris LaBourgeois kind of pulled down and mess it up. The 4 compadres, that's what we'll say. Going to pull down pit lane. Right now, Michael Brisson looks like he's trying to make up a little bit of time. He's on that outside lane, but he's going to get hung out to dry. See if the 99 will not let him in. Let's see if Travis Twitty decides to let him in. Looks like Travis Twitty can ride that outside lane. If Twitty wanted to right now, he could get behind that 71 and push up there, make a mad dash to the front. We've seen it only takes 2 cars. Right now, see the 4 guys getting out of the pits right now. They did get out all at pretty much the same space, so that is really good. That is, you know, you don't want to see them too separated out. You also don't want to see them cross that yellow line and get
bunch of drivers coming down pit road again.
Bunch of drivers. Rob Morris Jr. coming down pit lane. Brandon Zimmerman, Brett Nilsson, Tyler Johnson, Josh Clemens, Travis Twitty, Michael Brisson, all down pit lane.
We should see Abbott, Barroso, Collins, Richards, Pindell, and Fritz come down next time.
Yeah, this is really got it situated out to where it's going to be a fuel race for sure. This should open up the door right now. You see Jeremiah Hobbs and co. They have pretty much got tucked up together, so that is good to see. Those 4 drivers getting put together like that. Chris LaBourgeois might need to get a little more tucked up than he is. That way they'll get the most optimum amount of speed. But right now you see Bo Abbott, Frankie Barroso, J.C. Collins, everybody coming down pit lane. Oh, Scott Fritz, good drive in there. Made up 1 position entering in pit lane. So you can still make contact. Oh, that always scares me whenever they go down pit lane like that. Looks like everybody didn't miss their pit lane, so we'll see if they can get out in time. But this should promote Jeremiah Hobbs and go to the lead. So, like I said, the four compadres coming around turn 4 right now, 4 lap 21. Whoa! So it looks like maybe somebody jumped down. Tyler Johnson. I did see Tyler Johnson jump down. See right now, Mo Abbott's still leading the race, but here comes Bryce Hunter. Whoa!
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 That could have gotten scary real quick.
Right now, if they could get tucked up together, they could really run away from
Really
these
pull
front pack.
away, yeah. But they've got a pack right behind them that's already probably getting up to speed. Yeah.
Yeah, but the difference is, though, they're having to get wound up. They're already at full speed.
Up there at 183. What's the other pack at, right? About the same, 184.
Okay, so that could, they could start to tuck back up, though. But if Jeremiah Hobbs and them, they would have to really get in the line and stay in line. The 9 of Bryce Hunter. If you're listening to me, buddy, tuck up, man. You're going to have to tuck up a lot better if you're going to want to pull up, pull away from these guys. I do know, racing, pack racing here, you get a little bit of separation. It really slows it down, but you see right behind them, they've got a lot of tightness between them. That's going to be your speed advantage, even though that outside lane is kind of dragging it out. You see Ron Morris Jr. on the outside. Scott Fritz going to be pushing him up there to the front. That outside lane could slow it up if they do get up there and too wide drive. But right now, Jeremiah Hobbs and them about a 2.5 second gap between Brandon Zimmerman and that angry nest of bees that are swarming up behind them at a really fast pace now. You see Jeremiah Hobbs, though, in the lead. The 16 of Mikael Robinson is tucked up behind the 10, but the 9 and the 83 aren't tucked up as much as they need to be. So that's going to slow them up a lot, as you see right now. The gap between Brandon Zimmerman now down to about 1 7/10. As I start saying it, it's now 1.5 a second. So, man,
Yeah,
really starting to charge up here, that backpack now.
Look how linked up they are.
Yeah, compared to that front pack, look how linked up they are compared to them.
6 mile an hour difference, too. Oh, they're going to blow by them here.
Looks like Travis Twitty on that outside lane might be letting everybody by. We're going to see Chris LeBourgeois, though. He is about to get look up in that rear view and go, oh, I don't like what I see coming up behind me. As you see right now, riding on board with him, you can see up in that rear view, he has got a line of race cars starting to tuck up behind him.
Oh, yeah, they're moving, too. Here they come.
Oh, everybody.
Outside lane, Mo Abbott.
And outside lane, just a really big push. See Jason Collins there in that third position on the outside lane. Even with that little bit of rear end damage, still able to really keep that car together. See Jeremiah Hobbs, though, not giving up the lead just yet. But that outside lane is tucked up a lot better than that inside lane is. See Scott Fritz now, and then there we go. Ron Morris Jr. being the caboose, like I say.
Big run now.
Big run on the outside. Man, 3 cars almost got clear. I don't know, the 48 and the 02 not wanting to leave the 3 out there by himself.
And under Robert Richards as well. They're all trying to stay linked up here. Scott Fritz, that is a 4-car team tandem right there.
The inside lane, though, is starting to catch up a little bit more. Whoa, Jason Collins getting a little loose. Being that 3rd car, that dirty air, man, really will shake that car up, as you just saw.
Yeah, being that 3rd car on back is just dangerous. It's not fun, but it's the way of racing here.
It's like imagine a big cone of air, and then another big cone of air, and they're both colliding with each other, and you just happen to be in the area that's really turbulent. And that's where that 3 is. You see, whoa, the 02 getting really up against the wall. That's going to allow Jeremiah Hobbs and Mikael Robinson sit there tucked up just a little better. They're going to be able to pull up. Look at that, the 9. Going to go up there, try to door draft with the 48, slow them up just a little bit. This is where we're going to see the racing really starting to come out. 15 laps to go.
About to say, Chris, 15 laps to go. This is where they're going to start getting buck wild. This is where it is going to get absolutely insane, so you need to tighten those belts and get ready. If you've got popcorn, pop it. If it ain't popped, if it's already popped, start munching. This is about to get hairy, man, really quick. That 10 is on the inside lane, and he's got Mo out, the 02, the 3, the 12, and the 01 all linked up, all trying to push themselves down this back straightaway. And that 9 of Bryce Hunter hanging back a little bit, but that gives him a big run down the back straightaway.
Yeah, if he wants to give a big push there to that 16, he could, but does need to actually get up there and run a little closer to that back bumper. Do know sometimes the drivers do not want to really push the issue, you know. Not a lot of drivers really comfortable with pushing. I'm not saying Bryce Hunter isn't, but whoa, a little bit of...
And it's, you know, it's like gentleman's rule, don't push the pusher, you know?
Yeah, don't push the pusher, so maybe just not trying to push the issue, no pun intended.
Whoa, they're going to get a big run here on this outside lane. Here comes it, the inside lane back, but through the tri-oval and into one here, that outside lane. If they get linked up here, you might see 1, 2, possibly 3 of these cars go to the inside lane here.
Yeah, I wonder when they're going to break it off. Like, will they leave Robert Richards on that outside lane if Jason was able to make it?
Jason was clear first.
Was clear there for a second.
I mean, he would have had to make that move very, very quickly. Inside lane would have gotten very checked up. We could have possibly seen a wreck. So they told him to go high here, this 5 of Tyler Johnson. Looks like he had some type of issue we missed out on. Possibly a speeding penalty or something down pit road on entry. That is a scary place to be as a lapped car.
It really is.
I've been there before, and I don't like it.
I don't like it at all either.
Even worse when you got damage and the thing's driving like a bucket of bolts.
Yeah, really.
Chris, we're 12 to go here, man, and I realistically don't know who to expect to win here. We've got so many cars up here that can contend. I mean, you think, oh, man, where's Travis Twitty? He's only a second back. I mean, he's right there. You see that red car back there? These guys that are still hanging out in the back, more than enough opportunity here to possibly win this race tonight.
Yeah, I will say, though, I know how it feels to be in these Xfinity cars and to be at Talladega. It is really hard to keep these cars straight. You see a little bit of, you see them kind of wiggling around back there, man. You can just imagine, you know, when you're behind a diesel trailer, you know, this is the best way I can say, you know, when you're behind a diesel trailer and you start feeling the car start rocking, that is pretty much what these drivers are experiencing. You know, you don't feel the car rocking, of course, but you can feel that in the wheel, and the wheel will get really light, and it'll just come out from under you. So, you know, it simulates it in different ways, but you still get to experience that that wind tunnel effect. And, you know, that turbulent air, that's what you're feeling that third car back in these, you know, in these 2-car tandems, especially when you've got a 2-car tandem on the outside lane. You know, that's, you know, that 4th, like Jason Collins, the 12 of Robert Richards, you know, 1 of Scott Fritz, they're in the spots that are really turbulent.
Yeah, imagine being behind a diesel, but at 200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. It's not fun. I mean, we're going to see these drivers come back here, 10 to go this time by. So far, not as aggressive as I've expected them to be. I think they're saving up for a good finish here.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to really get to use up these green-white cautions tonight, Josh.
I don't even think that. I think they're just going to absolutely hang it out here on the end. Whoa, Twitty all the way to the top of the track there in the back. We see him gather it back up. Man.
Maybe Twitty deciding 10 laps to go, not really wanting to wait back here anymore. Looks like he's not really wanting to push the issue too much. Twitty knows he sees what's up in front of him. He knows that that chaos could ensue. And look at that, Josh. Mo Abbott to the lead.
Indeed, Mo's going to take it.
Driver that we normally don't get to talk a lot about, but is a really talented driver behind the wheel. That 48 of Mo Abbott is. Bet you he's not talking like he was in the driver meeting earlier whenever they were doing roll call. They called out Mo's name, and he goes, bet you he's not, I bet you he's not sounding that way now. Bet you he's like, he's definitely got a little bit more spunk behind that voice right now.
Frankie to the outside, one of the teammates. We'll see if he rolls to the front here and tries to get into the lead. Whoa, a little loose on entry. Whoa, bad push there, bad push.
48 Mo Abbott around, but it looks like he's going to save it. Whoa, did he get into the wall?
We're going to stay green.
Does look like he did get into the wall. Maybe
I think the 48 got unlinked there, and the 10 just sent him. I mean, that's kind of super speedway racing. I mean, the 10 can't really do too much there. We'll have to go back and see it. We're just going to rewind it right quick. We'll get back to the green flag action here in a moment. But yeah, the 48 got big out of lane. Oh, we gave him a bump. Whoa, that might have been a little bit of net code.
Oh, and then you see a big stack up there. It looks like the 16 took a really big shot to the rear end.
I say could. Sorry, Chris.
No.
Saying net code is, but also that could have been just a very big push from the 10, and that camera view didn't capture it that well. But looks like Mikkel Robinson's race is over. I think he just blew up. Swore I saw smoke. I guess I didn't.
He is missing that rear deck lid, though, so that's really going to kill that race car. So he's wanting a caution, man. That was definitely not what you wanted to see, but just a big push there from that 10 of Jeremiah Hobbs, And that's, like Josh said, that's just super speedway racing. We are staying green. Everybody's still pushing, man. Whoa, you see, woo, Travis Twitty back there getting a little loose. Mo Abbott down pit lane right now, man. That's unfortunate for Mo Abbott. Had such a good race car. We were just talking good about him, too.
Yeah, unfortunate for Mo, for sure, but can't blink, man. I mean, this race is still going, and looks like Twitty is starting to get on the loud pedal. He wants to try to get through the field. 12 of Robert Richards, the 01 of Scott Fritz, the 3 of Jason Collins, and the 02 of Frankie Barroso, all working together, all in that first, second, and third, fourth position. It looks like that 99 of Josh Clemens, that 29 of Travis Twitty, they're going to start rolling their way. I want to say Ron Morris Jr. No, Christopher Bendell's behind him. Ron Morris Jr.
Scott
the
Fritz
inside lane. And the 01 of Scott Fritz, yeah, indeed, did just pull out, Chris.
Scott Fritz pulled out to the outside lane. Let's see if we see a truffle, shuffle, kerfuffle of drivers that's going to go up here and take over the lead. Right now, Travis Twitty looks like, I told him, I gave him a stipulation. I said I would not allow him to race, any more races in Bluegrass unless he came up here and led 5 laps. That was my only stipulation. I said, I don't care if you win or not. You just got to lead 5 laps. And so I think he's like, okay, we got 5 laps to go or 6 laps to go. I'm going to go up here and do it now.
5 laps to go now, though.
5 laps to go now. So, man, this is where everything's about to just get thrown out the window. You remember, Josh always says it's about to get ready to throw the kitchen sink out the window because we're about to start slinging stuff all out the window.
I think Chris has watched me lose how many races throwing dirty blocks at the end, trying to just save myself out of the situation I've gotten myself in. We can see that. You know those race cars we've been talking about keeping clean? That anxiety's gone, Chris. I can see these race cars wreck, and no, that's just Talladega now, baby. These boys are racing. If those belts weren't tight in that car when you're on the straightaway, give them a little tug because you could be going for a ride here like it's the county fair any moment. So get those belts tight, get up on those wheels. We're sawing for the last 4, baby. 4 laps to go here for the Bluegrass Xfinities. Frankie Barroso going to be in the lead as you see the 01 of Scott Fritz, the 99 of Josh Clemens giving a good little run to that 01. He's going to try to clear his teammate. That's going to put them in a good position. Whoa, Collins, he's a little loose, got a little bit of that air sucked off the rear end. That's not what you want to see, but that 99 coming out of turn 2 here should get linked up to this 01. We should see a big run down the back straightaway, but it looks like they are going to go to that 3rd lane. Does the 99 go to the middle here? And if he does, the 29 come with him. Does look like they're not going to work together there like that. Whoa!
Whoa, the 8 of Brett Nelson to the inside lane. I thought that was a little bit of looseness there, but it looks like he was just moving to the inside lane. Travis Twitty going to have to tuck up to that 99 if he's going to push that 01 up there. Because right now, that outside lane is starting to fall apart.
3 to
Scott,
go.
Yeah, 3 to go. The 01 and Scott Fritz. This is where you're going to make a push. This is where it's got to be.
It's like a rolling freaking chess game now. People talk how racing
Scott
like
Fritz a
this.
little loose.
How can you like turning left and just holding the gas pedal down? Because, man, you got to make moves that don't work, and you got to make them work with hopefully, you know, I just don't even know, man. This is just going to be crazy. This is going to be insane. We're going to see a great finish and some drivers put it to the absolute limit. Who is going to come back to us? I don't know. 2 laps to go this next time by, man. And I think I'm going to be left speechless after tonight again.
Yeah, that outside lane does look like it is starting to fall off a lot, but that could just be a strategy play. Maybe Scott Fritz just lifting a little bit on that gas, not wanting to let the, not wanting to make that that move too soon. So,
well, you know, that is his teammates up there leading.
You are correct. 2 laps to go, though. This is it. This is where you're going to see pretty much the kitchen sink get thrown out with that 3. Take that outside lane.
If that 01 gives Scott Fritz gives them room, I think you might see the 99 of Josh Clemens and Travis Twitty try to make it. We're coming to the white flag this next time. The 01 moves up high in 3, the 99 goes under him. Vice versa through the tribal, anything. White flag is going to be out this time.
Oh, no. Travis, don't be blinking now. Whoa. White flag's out. This is going to be it.
Oh, who will it be?
Richards just went to the move to the top lane.
Oh, goodness. Here he comes. Who will it be? And will we see a wreck down the back straightaway? We saw one last night right before the entry of 3. Will it happen again? They're squiggling. Twitty's going to the middle. Twitty to the middle. He's going to back it back out. Twitty going to go back to the middle. This is where it's going to get hairy. 3 wide. Twitty pushing. 94 pinned down into the wall almost. And now to turn 4. This is where the real race begins.
Whoa, turn
and they're wrecking.
Robert Richards around. He's going to stay in it, though.
Finish. This is going to be a finish.
Oh, no. Travis Twitty staying in it.
Collins. Collins! We missed it.
It looks like Jason Collins, Frankie Barroso, and Scott Fritz. Whoo! But that, man, there was a lot of craziness going on back there. You saw the 12 of Robert Richards come back on the track, take out the 5. We're going to go just rewind it all the way back here. Watch it from what happened here. It looks like the 76 got up. That was netcode. Man, did you see that? That was... It just counted the 76 hitting the 12. Watch it right here.
Man. Yeah.
That was a good 3 feet in between those cars.
I can't stand when iRacing does that.
And then you see the 94 Christopher Pendell getting all over the back bumper. Oh, looks like Travis Twitty going to walk away with the 5th place finish. But man, oh man, Jason got really lucky just then. You saw him go down there and try to pinch off that speed. So Jason Collins is going to walk away with the win after that first little bit of adversity, that rear end damage. Then he's also going to win the stage break and then the race. So we're going to watch Jason Collins as he burns it down.
Post-race interviews to follow. As our results are up, Jason Collins going to walk away with a photo finish over Frankie Barroso here tonight. As you'll see, Frankie Barroso pick up second with Scott Fritz in third, Brett Nilsson fourth, Travis Twitty going to be fifth with Pendel in sixth, Robert Richards seventh, Josh Clemens eighth with Brandon Zimmerman ninth, Ron Morris Jr. 10th, Chris Bourgeois 11th with Bryce Hunter 12th, Jeremiah Hobbs 13th, Tyler Johnson 14th, Mikael Robinson 15th, Michael Brisson 16th, 17th going to go to Brad Gebhardt with 18th going to Jake Hodge, 19th going to go to Mo Abbott, Ronnie Shirk going to finish 20th, and Dylan Butler going to round out your field here tonight in that 21st position, just waiting for Jason, Frankie, and Scott to get to the staging area, and we will have a word with your top three here tonight. All right, and we welcome you back here as we accidentally threw it to a commercial right there, but we are good to go. We're going to go ahead and bring up Jason Collins, your race winner here tonight, as he swept the race. We'll have a word with him. Jason Collins, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. Do you got a copy?
Yes. What's happening, guys? What's happening?
Man, oh man. Well, I got to say, we lived up to it. Said we were going to hopefully have a word with you later, and you came through with it. Jason, you had a great finish there with Frankie. We saw, all the boys that you guys were all working together tonight. Frankie, Scott, all of you guys were doing a great job right there at the end. We saw a little bit of netcode incident that absolutely killed what would have been probably a crazy finish, just like the truck race. But you still had a great finish with Frankie finishing only 3/1000ths of a second away from each other. A great two-wide finish there. And Jason, man, we saw a little bit of a not necessarily a stagnant second half there, just a single file, and just kind of digging. You guys came through though at the end and brought it home in victory lane.
Yeah, we had to make sure we made it on fuel. That was the main thing. That was the key to the strategy tonight, was saving. And luckily, those guys, we all single filed and jumped in behind each other, and I was able to save enough fuel to get to 54 after leading those laps after the stage. Quickly, we realized we were going to have to make it to 54 to make it to the end, and that's what we did. We made it to 54, and working with those guys tonight was awesome because normally I don't have anybody to work with at the speedways. Normally it's just me by myself, and it was amazing, man, having all those guys in the same Discord. So I want to say thank you to my spotter, first of all, Alex Healy. He stepped in tonight and helped me out with spotting and crew chiefing for me. That was a big help. I didn't have my normal Noggle or Mikey. They were both busy with tests tomorrow. But thank you to Frankie, Scott, Mo, Robbie. Who else was in there with us? We were all working. There's so many of us in there working together tonight. It was amazing. Those guys really helped the whole thing. We said we're going to race it out at the end, and that's exactly what we did. Was we raced it out at the end, and it was pretty cool, man. I knew I saw that I nudged Frankie, like I had a nose on him, and I was like, okay, I don't know if I should pull away here or try to get down in side draft, because if I was afraid that I would lose that momentum. But I knew I had the Mo coming off of 4, and I took it, and it was awesome, man. It was a great finish. Obviously it wasn't a 4-wide finish like last night, but I feel like it was still pretty solid finish.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh yeah, not taken away from your guys' finish at all. That was an excellent race all the way through, man. You guys had us on the absolute edge of our seat there through the first half of the race, man. I mean, and all the way up to about lap 60, we were like, all right, we don't care what they do with these race cars. It's go time. So you guys did an excellent job tonight, man. Not only you, all the Bluegrass boys, all the teammates that you were working with, and it's great to see you pick up the win here at Talladega, Jason, and going into the playoffs here for the Xfinity cars. I'm sure we're excited to, or you're excited to get going with that, and hopefully we'll see you with that same momentum going on here. And if you've got any more final thoughts or words or anything before we let you get out of here, you can let them go, Jason, and we'll let you get on your way, man.
Yeah, next week we'll be at Darlington for the first round of the playoffs, and that's going to be amazing because I got to start in the back there next week as well, considering I'm still on probation from getting around there on lap 0 last week at Nashville Fairgrounds. So we'll be starting in the back. That'll be interesting to figure out how we're going to play that and what kind of strategy we'll use there. So playoffs should be interesting. It should be a fun little run, and I'm looking forward to it. Also, I want to say thank you to ButtKicker, as always, LNS Customs for being our primary sponsor of the series. Kinder Performance Group for sponsoring the hard charger in our Cup Series. Barber Ford. Who else am I forgetting here? I know I'm forgetting somebody.
Oh man, I'm thinking.
Brian Terry for being race control, allowing me to do races on Tuesday nights. That's always a big help. Scott Fritz for helping with the dirt league and stuff like that. And I know I'm forgetting sponsors, and Huffman Designs for doing all of our logos and stuff for the league. He does a hell of a job. Yeah, basically anybody that does anything for the league, I appreciate y'all, and we need to keep this momentum to next week. He's at gmail.com.
Heck yeah, well, Jason, what's okay? We appreciate the words, Jason, and hey man, we're looking forward to next week at Darlington. Know you got to start in the back, but hey, we're excited to see that race, and hopefully have a good night, man, and enjoy the win here, and don't celebrate too hard.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you, man. And all right, we're going to go ahead and get Frankie Barroso second place. Have a word with him. Frankie Barroso, Chris and Josh up here in the booth.
I think I got you.
Yes, sir. I think we got you as well. Yeah, I think it might be as well. Could you do you got us there, Frankie?
Yep, I do.
Okay, just making sure about that. But hey, man, got to say, hopefully we don't drop the call here or anything. But great race here tonight, man. We saw coming in, trying to get a little bit of experience going into tomorrow. Looks like you showed your hand very well. You, Scott, Robert Richards, Mo, Jason, all y'all were running very, very well all night there early on, and pretty much dominated that whole first half of the race, and if not the pretty much second half of the race. And there at the end, it was awesome to see that 2 wide finish there coming from you and Jason. We saw a little bit of action behind you boys, but still a very solid finish, second place here tonight. And you think that's going to help you going into the Cup race tomorrow? And man, good job here tonight.
Thank you, Josh. Yeah, it definitely will. It will help, considering, 2 of my teammates are here, Scott and Mo, and even Dylan's here as well. So actually all of our team, all of Coast to Coast is here tonight to just work on some stuff, just, playing well with teammates and stuff like that. It's kind of what Superspeedways kind of come down to sometimes, is whoever kind of has the best link together. And you kind of saw that, like, whenever, we communicated very well, whenever Jason was out front, whether I was out front, whether Mo was out front, it didn't matter. I mean, there was just constant communication between us two. And yeah, I mean, I gotta thank all those guys for putting me on the spot. And, I wouldn't rather be anywhere else besides leading on the last lap at Talladega.
Heck yeah, man. I mean, you guys did an excellent job, every single one of you tonight. It seemed like you all were, like you said, had that synchrony. You all were working very well together. The draft was working awesomely for you guys, and y'all just made it a very successful night, not only for one of y'all, but multiple of you guys, and it was fun to watch all of you boys get out there, race hard, and we know you're very excited to get ready probably for that Cup Series race tomorrow, and we know how Talladega can be sometimes, and we're ready to see you guys get out there tomorrow. But Frankie, if you've got any final words, thoughts, or shout outs, anything before we let you get going here tonight, man? You're more than welcome to get them out there, and we'll let that O2 machine here get on its way tonight.
Thank you, thank you, Josh and Christopher. But yeah, I mean, gotta thank just Jason and putting on just an incredible show tonight, and also Robert Richards, Scott, and just all our teammates that worked with us. You know, Dylan had a big boo boo there before the first stage, but you know, it was, you know, thanks to those guys, man. We all worked really well together, and you know, they helped me, Scott, Mo, and even maybe Dylan tomorrow in the cup race. So I mean, I'm not lying. I'm not lying. My palm. What's the old Eminem song? My palms are sweating, my knees weak, and my arms are sweating. like, like there was, like I was basically holding the wheel so tight, like it was like nothing I've ever experienced before. So I mean, considering that, I had a great time, even though this will maybe be one of the only times where I will like finishing second.
Hey man, well it was a good effort on your part, you know. We heard from Jason, it was a all out race there between all you boys at the end, and y'all put on a great show. We're excited to see you go into tomorrow night for the cup race, Frankie, and man, congratulations on that second place here, and hopefully we'll be having some more words here with you tomorrow night.
Yeah, man, thank you. I want to be talking to you guys tomorrow, and this time moving up one spot. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, man. Heck yeah. All right, and that was Frankie Barroso. Going to go ahead and bring up our third and final interview. He was our end race reporter, and now he is your third place finisher, Scott Fritz. Scott Fritz, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. Do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, oh man. Well, if it wasn't starting in that 15th spot, if it wasn't getting called up in that just absolutely crazy wreck that you somehow managed to get away with absolutely almost no damage at all from, it's coming in and finishing third place here and doing it with the boys you are out there drafting with tonight. Y'all did an excellent job here tonight, Scott. And man, I got to say, great recovery run and an excellent job getting yourself up into third, and a good job with all the adversity here tonight, and coming back and getting a good solid finish here.
Yeah, I don't know how we got that lucky. Hopefully that luck carries over the rest of the season, because I haven't had much luck in the cup side of things all season. But yeah, we worked well tonight, all of us, Frankie, Jason, Robert, Mo, and us, and then of course Alex up top, watching over all of us. We really worked well, got on and off pit road well, and we're working there at the end, and was trying something on the outside and just didn't have enough help from behind. Me and Robert were trying there, and just didn't quite work. We were trying to win it, but it was good. Jason get a win, and we got a 1-2-3 finish out of it, so ended up working out.
Heck yeah, ended up working out indeed, man. You guys did, like we said, can't mention enough just how well you guys were working in unison. Just very, just it seemed like almost abusing the draft package here, man, with how well you guys had it down pat. It just seemed like you all had that all the same mindset coming into the night, and it all came out and proved it. 1, 2, and 3, and hopefully, like we said to Frankie, we'll be having some words with you tomorrow night as well, Scott. We know it's a busy race here at Talladega to manage, and heck, man, we're excited to see all you boys that came down from the Cup Series put on a good show. Hopefully tomorrow with this experience y'all gained tonight. But Scott, if you've got any final words, thoughts, shout outs, man, anything before we let you get going here tonight, you're more than welcome to throw them out there, and we'll let you get on your way.
Yeah, obviously, I hope me, Mo, and Frank can work well tomorrow. These plate races always seem to treat me well on the cup side. We won both of them last year, so hopefully we can do it again and carry it in the chase. But obviously, my guys at T-Berry Motorsports, can't thank them enough. And my guys over here at Coast to Coast, Mo and Frankie, we always work well together. And then obviously, ButtKicker, they came on board this year, big help. Majul Say Speed Shop and CFM gives a lot of help on the setup side and dirt side. Wrath Racing, ATV, UTV. 65 Racing Tire Solutions, and then of course Jason for putting this on and doing everything he can, and Brian was working race control nights, thanks to him, and thanks to you guys in the booth as always.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate you, Scott, man, having a good race here tonight, and taking the time out of your night, have a word with us, and again, congratulations, and hopefully we'll be seeing you tomorrow, and enjoy the rest of your night, buddy.
Yep, thank you guys.
Thank you. All right, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Jason might hop back in here. Chris said for a second.
See if I can get a hold of him real quick. I think he was gonna say who won the going into the the top
Oh yeah,
16.
yeah, we were gonna get probably the playoff points and everything.
Let me
But
send
you
him a
know,
message.
but while he's getting a hold of him, just gotta say, man, great race here tonight, and you know, we're thankful for all the YouTube, Facebook fans who came out here tonight. We'll you know, YouTube, if you're you know, liking what you see over here as we're getting into the playoffs, you got to hit that subscribe button, turn on those notification bells so you know the second we go live and don't miss a single bit of the action here on the Bluegrass platform. Facebook as well. Hit that like button. I want to say there's a way you can like follow the page as well. I don't know how all Facebook works. I don't use that like that anymore. But you know, do that. Get your friends shared out. Do or share it out. Send it in Messenger. Annoy people. I don't care what you got to do. Let them know about this great racing we got going on over here. If you missed the truck race last night, I pity you. If you missed this finish tonight, I just feel bad for you. If you miss the race tomorrow night, I don't even know. I don't even think I want to talk to you. But no, I'm just kidding, man. It's gonna be a great race. We're expecting to see some fireworks tomorrow night in the Cup race. Saw a great truck race, saw a great Xfinity race, and capping it off. Then I think we're gonna see a good finish to the series here at Talladega for this week, and going into the round of 16. I think it's gonna be pretty insane. Are we getting any word from Jason? Okay. Makes yeah, I do.
Yeah, it does look like Jason's looking at a wreck real quick, because I think he just jumped in there. There he is.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. I'm still working on getting these points finished up. So if you guys want to go ahead and call it, we can. I may be a few more minutes on getting it done here. I'm not quite ready.
Okay, yeah, we could just make a post later afterwards with the points and everything on it.
Yeah, it'll probably take me about 2-3 more minutes to finish up here. So completely up to you guys.
Either way is fine with me.
I mean,
Yeah, let's just throw a commercial up and we'll come back.
be right back with a commercial break, and we'll come back with the updated points. right, and we will have those points up in just 1 second. Jason is getting it situated right now. So I would say 20 more seconds and we should be good to go.
For the chase, I just got to activate chase real quick. All right, we are a couple seconds away from having it done. Save chase and activate chase. All right, looks like our top 16 are going to be, Nathan Maurer has dropped out officially, so he will not be in. So Jake Hodge will take that position away based on what I'm seeing now. So Jake Hodge will be our number 16 driver unless Chris Blanchard wants it. He technically Blanchard is in front of Hodge. I don't think Blanchard's going to run though. So that's just to be determined whether it's going to be Blanchard or Hodge for number 16. Then we have Travis Twitty, Crystal Bourgeois, Jeremiah Hobbs, Brett Nielsen, Josh Clemens, Brandon Zimmerman, Ron Morris, Mike Brisson, Robbie Richards, Chris Bendel, Brad Gebhart, Tyler Johnson, Nathan Maurer, Bryce Hunter, Ronnie Shirk, and then myself. And I will activate points on truck series and add everything else in that I have to add for the total. But those are your top 16. Moving on to the round of playoffs at Darlington next week, guys.
There you go. Well, hearing it from Jason himself, we're going to be setting ourselves up for a really good, fun race going into next week. Jason, if you got anything else, you can throw it out there. If not, I'll get you out of here.
That's it, guys. Thanks.
All right, thank you. All right, so that was Jason. So anyway, just going to go ahead and end this out here. We do appreciate everybody hanging out with us, figuring out what we were going on as far as points and everything here at the Barber Ford 200. But we're going to go ahead and call it a night as Jason Collins was your winner. Frankie Barroso going to be in second, Scott Fritz in third. But as you heard, the points are set. We're going to have a couple of drivers that will not be participating, so it'll change everything up. We'll have everything updated whenever I do make a race post for the recap. But just want to give a big shout out to LNS Customs for coming on board and letting us be able to do this. ButtKicker for also coming on and letting us be able to do this. Kinder Performance Group, can't forget John Kinder, love John Kinder. And then Barber Ford Motorsports, Barber Ford Racing, do appreciate them coming on board towards the end of the season, so we appreciate them. But other than that, this has been Chris and Josh here at the Talladega Superspeedway. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button on that YouTube. Make sure to hit the like button on Facebook. Make sure to hit those the subscribe bell so you never miss any of the live shows whenever we do go live. But make sure you do not miss the Cup race here tomorrow night at 9 o'clock at the Talladega Superspeedway. It's going to be a lot of fun, so make sure to check that out, and we'll see you tomorrow night here